Financial impact of menopause. What no one told us. Yeah. How to regain, that's what we're going to talk about, and rebuild your financial confidence and secure your financial future. My name is Tracy Montgomery, and I talk about all things menopause, midlife, and all that crap that goes with it. So, first things, might have to apologise, bit of noise in the background, but hey, we have to work when we can work, when we're working from home. There's only so many hours in a day, and we have to fit everything around things. And that's what's so good about being able to work online. You work on your terms, not anyone else's terms, your terms. So, a bit of a reality check. Those of you that are boomers, Gen Xers, we're at the stage where we assumed, we know what that does, that we would be reaching that time of financial security and stability. But it's not always the way, is it? That menopause, those hormones, and their shit show can create havoc. If we're working, those of us that are working, because let's face it, if you're not working, then things are probably pretty good for you and you're not listening to this. Those of you that are working, or things have gone a bit weird, have probably had one of these things happen to you. You've probably had, or possibly had, a lack in your own confidence and your own ability to do the job that you're in, because those young upstarts are on their way in. We know the term, it's been around forever. We could have reached a career stagnation. We can't progress. And that could be because of our symptoms, the brain fog, the uncertainty, your lower confidence, your self-esteem issues, also your fatigue issues. Bear in mind that for some of us, the menopause can bring along fatigue issues. Yeah, I'm one of those. The things that you used to be able to cover in a day, you now find it difficult to get up, have a cup of tea, and even put clothes on. I know, mad. And then we get into that perpetual cycle, don't we? It's a bit bonkers because up to 76% of women feel that they are financially unprepared for menopause. And what else can be happening in the background at this stage? There's a growing demographic of women in their 50s finding themselves on their own for the first time in years. There are some communities that are being built up of single older women. Those hormones have huge knock-on implications. They can cause, we know, the brain fog. So that means that our productivity, our ability to focus, hyper-focus on certain tasks can be affected. Fatigue, we've just discussed that, the ability to actually last a day. I know. Those uncontrollable mood swings, the ones where you're watching the TV and this advert comes up and it's a car advert or a chocolate advert and you just start crying and you're just like, well, why? Why am I crying? I know, it all affects your confidence. And then on top of all of that, the fact that you've got this fatigue and you're tired all the time, but then what happens at 2 o'clock in the morning? I know. Sleep doesn't happen, does it? It's one of those things. So we need to understand what's going on with us so that we can understand and work out what we can do. Bear in mind that we women, we're nurturers, so we normally look after the rest of the family. Thank you. We may have increased health concerns as well. We may have increased health finances. We all know how much a visit to the dentist costs these days. And we've got more things that might need us to think about. So women may have a retirement shortfall. If you find yourself on your own, that could be a real consideration. So, what can we do? What can we do to turn this around? There's no point in me harping on and saying we should have started looking at this when we were in our 20s or when we were in our 30s, because financially and emotionally and personally, we were in a different place. What we do need to do, though, is recognise that we still have value. We still have expertise, we still have a skill set, and we still have experience. Now, those of you that want to stay within your workplace, you can negotiate, you can discuss the terms. If you've got a big enough company, the HR department should have a menopause strategy in place. But you could also look at side hustles. Now, I don't mean that you have to take on another job, because we've already discussed fatigue. We already know that taking on extra jobs, time for money, can be a bit draining. We can have a bit of a mindset on what we do, because there are other ways to earn income, loads of different ways to earn income nowadays. So what can you do? Let's talk about a financial reset. Track what you've got coming in, track what you've got going out. Look at where you can put little pots into future investments. I know. There are little things that we can do to build on. Build up your financial resilience. Shift that mindset from the work per hour to what you can have within that time. I know. Yes, a bit of a shift, isn't it? It's a bit of a hard one for some of us. We've always been taught the harder you work, the more rewards you get, but it's not always that way. The cleverer you work, think of the strategies. So, if you'd like to discuss strategies that can help you turn the time that you have into a financial gain within a community that supports you, going places that you would still like to go to, and buying the products that you really, really want. I know those handbags, girls. Let's talk about it. Drop me a message below and we can talk about how the membership that I joined is helping support my lifestyle and can help support your lifestyle. Talk to me soon. Bye for now.